Sin breaks relationships. When Adam and Eve sinned, they began to experience uneasiness and lack of peace. They began to blame others. God asked Adam, "Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate." From the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verses 11 to 12. When God questioned Eve, she blamed the serpent. Our first parents lost peace and joy as a result of sin because they disobeyed God and sinned. The influence of their sin affected their children. Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain the elder and Abel the younger. Cain was a farmer and Abel a shepherd. Once they offered gifts to God. Cain offered a part of his produce. Abel offered the best of his flock. God accepted the offering of Abel and rejected the offering of Cain because his offering was not proper. Then Cain was angry with Abel. God asked, "Why are you angry, and why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted?" Reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verses 6 to 7. Still Cain hated Abel. One day Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let us go to the field." While they were in the field, Cain turned wild and murdered Abel. God asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain replied, "Am I the keeper of my brother?" Thus Cain sinned and rejected his brother. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. From the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verses 16. Man who moves away from God begins to move away also from his fellow beings and begins to hate himself. Adam and Eve got other sons and daughters. Through their descendants increased the number of men on earth. They rejected God and sinned. And the Lord was sorry that He had made humankind on the earth, and it grieved Him to His heart. Reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verses 6. Do we sin and inflict pain on God? When we disobey our parents, elders, and teachers, and quarrel with our friends, we offend God. The greatest sin of man is to offend God. We must be careful not to do that because we are His children and we should not offend Him. Let us find out the answers. 1. Why did God accept the sacrifice of Abel? 2. What is the sin of Cain? 3. What reply did Cain give when God asked him, "Where is your brother?" Let us pray. Dear loving Father, help me to lead a life pleasing to You. Bible reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verses 1 to 16, my favorite Bible sentence. Word box. Choose the correct word from the word box and fill it in. Abel, gift, God, Cain. Abel was a shepherd, was a farmer. Once Cain offered a part of his produce as a to God, offered the young ones of his flock, accepted the gift offerings of Abel. God did not accept the offerings of Cain. Let us sing. I shall never, never sin, never hurt my God. I shall ever live a life that's pleasing to the Lord. Let us play. Do you know the play? Ask the teacher and play together. Example, God says sit down, John says sit down, Satan says stand up, etc. My decision. I will love my fellow beings. I will help them as far as I can.